Hi Libra, it is CJ from CJ Soul Messages. How are you doing? I do hope really, really well. This reading is going to be for January 2022 already. Can't believe we're here, but we are. This is going to be a career read unless Spirit has a different message. So we're just going to get right into this. Now, I do want to say that I will be offering a free read for one of my subscribers. I will pick the winner on January 31st. My mind is a little fogged right now. And I just want to do it in a way to give back because I have gotten a lot of support here on my channel and I am truly, truly grateful and it has touched my heart so much. So, I just want to continue keeping the good vibes going and the positivity happening. So if you are interested in winning a free read, please just leave a like, subscribe, and leave me a comment letting me know what you are hoping to manifest in this brand new year here. So with that, let's just get started. I'm going to pick a animal card and a major arcana to see what energy is going to be around you for this next month. And then we'll do a 3-card spread and pick an oracle, and then we'll close your reading off. Okay, Libra, let's get into this. All right. Spirit, please show me clearly. What messages do you have for our beautiful air sign, the Libra? Let's see. One more shuffle here. And ready. Okay. We have the red-crowned crane. Wow, I feel almost like I had this card perhaps in December for you. I'm not sure. But it seems very, very familiar to me. Okay, so red-crowned crane, and it was a tongue twister last time I got this card from Spirit, and it's still a tongue twister this time. But it is all about loyalty. Hopefully you can see this. It is about being able to trust others and not only that, but as well as others being able to trust yourself, to trust you. If you can see in this picture, there is this beautiful big bird here, and it is carrying a female figure, but she's being carried across mountains. They're up very, very high, but yet this figure has no fear of being dropped. She trusts in the loyalty of the red-crowned crane to carry her gently and safely to the land, and that she can rest firmly in the arms of this bird. As well, there's a beautiful full moon illuminating the side here, which is talking about seeing things very, very clearly. Again, the word illumination, seeing people, situations very, very clearly. So this could be meaning that there may be a need this month of January for you, Libra, to really dive deep into who is being loyal, who or what is loyal to you, and really to be sure that you're not putting energy into anything or anyone that is not trustworthy. That's the energy that Spirit is giving me here. So let's move into the major arcana and see what Spirit has for you. All right, January 2022 for our Libras. Oh, that one just came out on its own. Okay. The sun. Wow. Okay. This is powerful. And death is on the bottom. We'll keep that there so that we can refer to it. But the sun has come out as a major arcana energy that is going to be around you in the month of January, Libra. This is beautiful. This is very, very powerful. The sun card is Leos. So perhaps you may have Leo in your placement or be dealing with a Leo. Doesn't have to be. But the sun is... basically, we spoke of illumination. Well, nothing is brighter than the sun shining its bright light on a situation or on a person, right? It really brightens everything up so that you can see very clearly, very decisively, and understand exactly what someone or something might be about. It could be pertaining to someone else's motives here. Maybe there's someone that there is a loyalty question where you're not really sure if you are able to put everything you wish in that individual because you're not sure if they are actually going to be loyal or if their loyalty is in question. The sun showing up here, though, is definitely indicating, Libra, that you are going to see everything very, very clearly, and it is going to leave you feeling more freer, more joyful, more, I really feel like you're going to be celebrating. The bottom of the deck having the Death card, that is Scorpio. The Death card showing up here so far, this is pretty powerful because Death card is all about transformation. It is something dying out, something needing to end so that a rebirth can happen. A brand new, almost want to say cycle, although it's not the World card. But so that a new life can begin, a new way can begin. It is a very powerful but also magical energy to have, especially with the sun and the red crowned crane here, because it's almost like I'm feeling like you're going to be calling someone out, you're going to be seeing something very, very clear, and the truth is going to be exposed, and it is going to allow whatever this is to die out so that something new can take its place, but it is going to be blessed by the sun. Feels like it's going to turn into something more positive here, if it hasn't been for a while. Okay, let's get into the actual tarot reading. And excuse me, Libra, I'm kind of, I'm a little stuffed up lately. I think it might be my allergies, I'm not sure. So I might not be sounding super clear here this month, but bear with me. All right, let's see. Libra, January 2022. And I will be pulling a 3 card, as I said, past, present, and future. Please take it how it may fit for you, because, you know, we're all on different timelines here in life. So what might be your future could be someone else's past. And as well, this is non-gender specific read, so the energies of the card, it doesn't matter if I say he or she, we all have masculine and feminine energies. I just want to make sure I make that clear. Excuse me, in case this is the first time you are on my channel. Okay, we've got the 8 of Swords representing the past, the 8 of Cups representing the present, 2 8s here, and Page of Swords as a future. Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is quite interesting. And like I said, this is meant to be a career reading, so I am taking that from Spirit. And so far, I'm thinking it is more about career. And when I say career, that still involves relationships, right? You know, it can be business partners, it can be people that we work with, it can be boss, it can be employees if you are a boss, Libra. But, you know, fit it where it might fit. But we start off on the 8 of Swords, which is really interesting because the 8 of Swords is our intellect. Sorry, the glare is horrible here. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. The 8 of Swords is all about our thoughts. It's how we communicate with others, how they communicate with us, right? Things that happen in our mind. It is more the logic part of it. Now, the 8 of Swords is all about feeling bound, feeling stuck, feeling blindfolded, feeling like you can't get out of something that feels kind of toxic, kind of scary, and you feel stuck. You feel like you are just unable to move. But the truth of this card is that is only in our mind. It is very rarely actual reality of it. In this card, which I love, it's beautiful. This is the Light Seers deck, if you're interested. But there's a woman sitting here, and she is completely free. You know, she's not bound, she's not tied, none of that stuff. But in her mind, in her reflection, when she looks in the mirror, she sees herself the opposite. She sees herself completely unable to move. She sees herself as being completely stuck and mind filled with fear. So this is indicating, Libra, that you have or are perhaps in a position where you're feeling quite scared. You're feeling quite just unable to move forward or break free of something. What that is, we'll see as we start to go a little bit deeper. But it is almost like you have this enlightenment, this aha moment, that brings you clarity of what you need to do. And it is represented by the Eight of Cups, because Eight of Cups is all about walking away from what no longer serves us. You may not know exactly where you are heading, the direction you are going in, but you are solid in the idea and the emotion that it is now time for you to move on, that you've learned all you can from where you've been, and you need to be able to make a move in a different direction so that you can free yourself and start fresh, really. And cups are the water element, so that is our emotions, that is about our relationships for sure. So there's something here. Now, I don't know if it is that you are getting this enlightenment moment where you're realizing who you can trust and who you can't trust. And when you are starting to get clear on that, that you make this decision that you need to walk away from whatever this Eight of Swords is for you. Perhaps it is a job that has kept you very stuck. Maybe your loyalty towards a company hasn't been reciprocated, I mean. You know, like sometimes we can work for a long time for a company, and you know, when it comes down to it, you ask for a raise or you want a promotion, something that you've well earned and deserve, and they turn their head the opposite direction and ignore it. That is definitely something that can arise, and it makes you go, okay, I put my loyalty into the wrong thing. And you know, I'm really getting this feeling of putting your loyalty maybe into the wrong people. And so Spirit is suggesting here that there is this need for you to start walking away from it. She is walking towards the sun. The sun is rising back here. It may be very hard for you to see it because my camera is still not the best, but oh my goodness, excuse me. But the sun is rising and she's walking towards it, knowing and hoping that what is on the horizon is going to be much better than what she's left behind. And it is quite indicative that that is going to be the way it is for you, Libra, because the sun has shown up here. We move into the future position and the Page of Swords is showing up. And I really like this because if you've been in a position, whatever that is, okay, you've been in a career path, could even be going to school, you know, you might be even a teacher, something like that. There's something here that has kept you stuck and has made you feel like you haven't been able to grow. And there's been a question of what is loyal to you, what is fair to you. You decide to walk away from it, knowing that there's going to be something better on the horizon, and the Page of Swords shows up. Now, again, swords about our communication and how we think, but the Page of Swords, which is beautiful energy because it's really new, it's fresh. It is this excitement of starting something different with your mind, with your logic, and really kind of being captivated with it. This figure is holding a book in the hand and then is holding a balloon of light bulbs in his hand. And he is actually walking on what looks like a tightrope here. But he's not concerned about falling because he knows his new ideas are going to bring him a lot of growth and a lot of success. So I feel like in this month of January, Libra, you are going to really be really studying here what has kept you bound, what has kept you stuck, and it has something to do definitely with what you can trust and what you can't. And it is being illuminated here that it's time for you to walk away. It's time for there to be a transition that happens, hence why the Death card is showing up here. On the bottom of the deck, which I really do love now, is you've got the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is a step up from the Page, right? The Page it goes Page, Knight, Queen, and then King. This Knight figures out exactly what he wants, and he starts running directly towards it. He's not slowing down, he's moving very fast, and he's very quite aggressive at going after exactly what his dreams, desires, hopes, passions are. And it is definitely insinuating here from Spirit that there's going to be a growth, because you can see the transition from the Page to the Swords. Excuse me, again, my goodness. Underneath the Knight of Swords, we now have the Page of Cups. Now, So you got 2 pages here. So this feels like new energy that's going to be coming in for you, Libra. Page of Cups. This guy he represents the newness of falling in love with something or someone. But because this is a career read, I'm going to speak about falling in love with something. Something that I feel you perhaps have been thinking about for a long time, but you maybe haven't taken the leap or the jump to put it into practice. But I do feel that that is going to be happening for you in January. There's something that is inspiring you in your mind that you start to fall in love with. The only note of caution here with the Page of Cups is really make sure you're using your logic, which, you know, that makes sense because you are swords, you are the air sign Libra. Make sure you're really tapping into your logic side, because the Page of Cups can sometimes get swept up off their feet, and, you know, it might not always be exactly what they're thinking. If you can see here, his feet aren't touching the ground. So this is the indication, and Spirit wants you just to take this as a grain of salt to make sure that you're keeping your feet firmly on the ground as you start to move forward in whatever direction this is that you are deciding to change, if this reading is resonating with you. Underneath the deck here, the Queen of Swords shows up. And I like this because if there's been someone, and you know what, Libra, this could even be you that have kept yourself stuck. Maybe you haven't wanted to grow, or you've been afraid to grow. If this is about your career, maybe you've been hesitant. Maybe you thought you weren't good enough, or you didn't have the qualifications. And that's going to be for some of you guys. But I think you are making this decision that you're walking away from that kind of mindset. And you are understanding that you have the ability to manifest anything that you are wanting in your life. But if this is regarding someone else keeping you stuck, and not giving you the loyalty back that you have been giving to them, or the company, or whatever, or the school, etc., Queen of Swords shows up to say you have to use your sword and really don't be afraid to call a spade a spade. She speaks very bluntly and decisively. She is very she's very direct. She doesn't mince words. She doesn't tolerate manipulation. She doesn't tolerate any kind of abuse. She calls it as it is, and she uses her sword, if need be, to cut out any kind of bullshit behavior. So she's showing up here as a way of Spirit saying, look, Libra, you are very good at communicating. You are represented by the Justice card. Excuse me, let me put this one back here. If there is something that you are needing to confront, if there is something that has made you question their loyalty towards you, it is going to be time this month for you to actually really embody that Queen of Swords energy and really speak honestly, truthfully, very concise, and say what it is that you really need to, and not be afraid to walk away from what is no longer serving you. Because I really get the feeling that Spirit wants you to know that there's something better around the corner. With the Sun and the Death card, it has definitely got that feeling. And, you know, it's not great for anyone to put your loyalty and all your hard work and all of your motivation and determination into someone or something that is not giving you the same in return. I hope that makes sense. Let's move on and let's see if Spirit has some clarifiers for you. All right, Spirit, let's see. Ooh. Okay, what do we have for Libra 2022 January regarding this reading? What's the 8 of Swords about, the 8 of Cups about, the Page of Swords? All right, but there's something really transformational happening here. Okay, the Emperor card just fell out. So Libra, I'm going to let this go on the side because this is an extra card that Spirit has given you. But they are saying you are going to be back in charge here. The Emperor rules their own kingdom. The Emperor is fair and just, as you are, really, with your Justice card. But the Emperor is in power. It is back in control of your own self, your own life, your own world, your own path, your own career, passions, etc. It is not having anyone above you. It is you really owning your own self. It can even be you really bossing up. Perhaps you are a business owner, or you are going to make plans to open up some kind of business that is going to be solely yours. And this is a success card. So Spirit let that come out for a reason, a reminder, Libra, that this is what is potentially waiting for you. Once this kind of fuzzy part here gets clear by shining the light on it. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got Two of Swords, so there is a decision here. Queen of Wands, I like that. Oh, and Judgment. Okay, and bottom of the deck is Eight of Coins. Okay, so there is a need here, Libra, that you are going to have to make a choice. Two of Swords is all about a choice. It's usually between your head and your heart. Now, this is clarifying the Eight of Swords. So that is telling me that you are needing to make a choice of doing things differently than staying in this position of feeling bound as if you cannot unstuck yourself. Two of Swords is showing up to say, listen, you've got to get very clear of what you want, and you also got to get really clear of what you are capable of, Libra, because you're a beautiful energy and you deserve the very best. You deserve loyalty towards you. You deserve others to support you as you support them. And the Eight of Swords is a really kind of low, icky vibe feeling of energy. So Two of Swords comes along saying, right, you can either stay in this position and not speak truth, because I definitely feel the need for this truth to come through, or you can follow a different path. And what is that different path? Well, the Queen of Wands. Now, Wands is our fire element. That is our passions, it's our drive, it's our actions, how we move through our life. Now, look at this. Queen of Wands, beautiful energy. Everyone, oh, I say look at this. Sorry, Libra, and you can't even see it because my camera is washing it right out. Oh my gosh, let's see. Can I? Well, hopefully you can see that there's a female standing there and she's in the sun's rays. Queen of Wands is about it is about being very independent. She is usually loved by everyone, just as you are, Libra. I mean, you are such a beautiful soul. So, but she's independent as well. But she goes after her passions, and she makes no apologies for what she wants. Now, the Eight of Cups. This figure is walking towards this figure. So, Spirit is saying, if you can make this choice between whether you want to stay or you want to go, I'll put it that way, you become the Queen of Wands. And that passion and that drive of being this Queen of Wands leads you to these new thoughts, these new desires, these new ideas of what you really want to bring into your world. Underneath that, what clarifies Page of Swords is Judgment. Now, Judgment is a beautiful card and energy to have in this reading, especially in this position, because this is saying to you, you are, give me 1 second. Let's see if I can just turn this light down a bit so it's not so bright. It doesn't wipe the card out so much. Maybe no? Wow, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to work on this camera. But Judgment showing up is saying the divine is right behind you. This is a decision of rising up from the ashes. This is being supported by the divine and, the universe, that they have your back in this position where it is right now. They are wanting you to make this choice. They are wanting you to make this judgment call, because there is definitely the feeling that what you've been putting a lot of work and energy and passion in, I don't feel like you've been getting it back from whomever or whatever, the Eight of Swords is for you. Judgment also is a reminder that when you make this decision, you rarely can go back. But that's a good thing, because why would you ever want to go back to the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups? The fact that you have 2 eights here is pretty powerful too. 8 is all about self. The number 8 is all about self. So this feels very much like Spirit is wanting you at this early part of the year to really start honing in on what you want in your life and also what you don't, what you're not going to tolerate. On the bottom of the deck, you have 8 of Coins. This is Pentacles now. We're talking about Earth here. And coins are all about our money, but it's also about our self-confidence. And this figure here is working really hard at manifesting things, bringing into the world what he wants. So Spirit is saying, keep working on it, keep working on it. Make this decision to walk away from what is no longer serving you. Walk into the sun, into the light, trusting that you are going to be guided, and because of judgment, you're going to be guided and protected, but your path is going to almost be illuminated, because she actually is walking towards the sun here on the Eight of Cups, and the sun is right above as well, right? So it's really beautiful to see this, because Spirit is wanting to make this very clearly. You do not have to stay stuck in something that is not good for you and is really feeling very much like imprisonment. And just to confirm that, underneath is where you are, wow, beautiful. Underneath the Eight of Coins, which is continue working on whatever this new idea is for you. You are going to find a really nice balance, because the Lover's card is showing up here. And in this reading specifically, it is feeling like what you are walking towards is going to bring you a lot of balance in your life, maybe that you haven't had for a very long time, Libra. And not only that, you also then have the Ace of Cups underneath the Lovers. Ace of Cups is this brand new, exciting, emotional fulfillment. Feeling completely full and not empty and not stuck and not feeling like you're giving everything and you're receiving nothing. Magician's under there too, saying that you do have the ability to bring in everything that you want. You just have to be brave enough, Libra, to make this decision to walk away from whatever it is that has been keeping you bound. You know, death showing up here is not really a joke, because death only shows up when there is this need for something to change drastically. And I'm really feeling that that is what Spirit is wanting you to know as you move through the month of January, is that you are protected and you need to go after all of your dreams. Allow those new ideas to come in. Don't be afraid to put the work in. Don't be afraid to walk away from what might have been familiar and might have felt secure. We have to sometimes take the risk in order to reap the benefits. I'm really getting that energy strongly from Spirit for you, Libra. So I really like this reading. I feel like you're going to get very empowered this month, but it is a choice for you to make, whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. But if you want to go, I just want you to know that you are completely going to be going on the right path. And don't get too hung up on the end result, because the end result is definitely going to have the sun kissing its beautiful rays all over your life. Powerful. Okay, I want to get a card from the Moonology, see what this deck might have to offer you. Okay, all right, Spirit. One card here for Libra regarding this reading for January 2022. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Beautiful. New moons are all about new starts. Me as an intuitive, every time there's a new moon, before that I always try to think about what don't I want to bring into this new moon. I look at it kind of like a chalkboard, and wiping off everything off the chalkboard that no longer is relevant, that you no longer need, that you no longer want, and making it clear and bright and new, so that you can start, you know, putting on it what you do want to bring into your life. So beautiful that it's coming out. Sagittarius is also a very adventurous energy. They are ruled by the Temperance card, which is about keeping yourself centered, even if you don't know what direction you're going in. And I like the message because it's luck is on your side, which is a feeling I've been getting here, is with the sun showing up and judgment, and then, you know, the Emperor flipping out. It is definitely saying you have a lot of power here and you've got a lot of luck. I also think, yes, you're going to have to work at it, but this is a very good indication that you are going to be very successful. And bottom of the deck is work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So work through your fears. Whatever this is that's made you feel stuck. Maybe it's just a job where maybe people make you feel like you can't do better or get better. It is about freeing yourself and not allowing anyone to convince you otherwise that you don't deserve the best, because you do. So Spirit is reminding you to work through your fears. You know, you can acknowledge your fears, see your fears, but they're just fears. They're not real. They don't ever have to be real. Okay, I like this. Let's get one card then out of Treasures of Tikashi, and we will close your reading off for January. Okay, one card, please, Spirit, for our beautiful Libras. January 2022. Cards just kind of were jumping here. Like this one, yes. Humor. Nice, okay. We all need to be able to laugh once in a while, don't we? Laughter makes everything a little lighter. Humor. See the funny side of life. Laugh at yourself. Laugh in love. Learn your life's lessons with laughter, and you'll travel your path with a light and happy heart. Release melancholy, heaviness, and oh my God, what are these words? I can't speak. Oh my God. Practicability in favor of some good, clean fun and laughter. Enjoy good times with friends and loved ones. Let your spirit soar. So, sorry about that. I couldn't pronounce the words very well. I'm a little bit tongue-tied here. So, I think this is just Spirit's way of saying don't take this all too seriously here. We can get really down and stuck when we feel very fearful and we get scared. But, with the sun showing up, it is so important to remember to go and have fun and remember the things that light your heart up and bring you joy, because that lightens up the energy. And when we lighten up our energy, that means that we make more room for more lighter energy to come into our life. And it allows the negative energy, the energy that keeps us stuck, to die out. So remember to laugh this month. Remember not to take anything too seriously, and don't worry again exactly where you are headed. You are headed to something that is much better than where you have been. So I'm just going to leave it there, Libra, because I think that's just what Spirit wants you to have in your back pocket as you move through January. So I hope there was something here that resonated with you. I apologize for my screw-ups on the words and my camera. I'll try and make it a little bit better. But anyways, thank you for being here. I really, truly appreciate you watching my videos and supporting me. It means the world to me. And, I hope it's going to be a really great year for you. The month looks pretty good. I would say just head in there and don't worry about every next step. I think it's going to unfold very clearly for you. You have a lot of light shining on you. So with that, Libra, I wish you a beautiful month, and until next time, take care of yourself.